Hi, and welcome to the fifth video of Introduction to Python playlist. In this video, we will be looking at the concepts of booleans and operators in Python. So, what are the booleans in Python? In programming, you often need to know if an expression is true or false. You can evaluate any expression in Python and get one of two answers, that is true or false. When you compare two values, the expression is evaluated and Python returns the boolean answer. For example, if you try to print 10 is greater than 9, it is evaluated to true. And if you try to print 10 equal to 9, it is evaluated to false because 10 is not equal to 9. And if you try to print 10 is less than 9, it will evaluate to false because 10 is not less than 9. So let's see them in action. So let's say g is equals to true. Let's print the value of g and let's check the type of G. So let's say print type of G, run the cell, and it will give an output as class bool because it is an object of class bool and bool is the inbuilt class in the Python. Now if you do print, let's say print 9 is greater than 8, run the cell, so it will evaluate to true. This is how we use bool. We use it in conditions, we use it in looping statements, we use it to define conditions within our programs. So if we change this to less than, so it will evaluate to false because 9 is not less than 8. So let's move forward. Evaluate values and variables. The bool function allows you to evaluate any value and give you true or false in return. So print bool hello will evaluate to true. Print bool 15 will evaluate to true. Print bool 0, empty string and empty parenthesis will evaluate to false because almost any value is evaluated to true if it has some sort of content, that is any string is true except empty string, any number is true except 0, any list, tuple, set and dictionary are true except empty ones. So let's see them in action. So let's say print bool hello. So it will evaluate to true because it's not an empty string. So let's check for the number. So let's say bool 15. So it will also evaluate to true because it's not a 0. And let's do it for the list. So let's say print bool and inside the square brackets 10 and let's take some string, let's say xyz, run the cell. It will also evaluate to true because it's not an empty list, and for the empty list it will evaluate to false. Let's say bool and pass it as empty list. So you can see that it will evaluate to false, and also for 0 it will evaluate to false because we have seen that for any number it will evaluate to true except the 0. So now let's move forward to the operators in Python. An operator is a symbol that performs an operation. An operator acts on some variables called operands. There are types of operators in Python. So let's say arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, identity operators and membership operators. So the first one is the arithmetic operators, which are used to perform the arithmetic operation. So starting with plus for addition, minus for subtraction, star for multiplication, forward slash for dividing two numbers, percentage to calculate remainder of a division, also known as the modulus operator. In Python, we have a double star operator, which we use for the exponents. It's called exponent operator and it calculates the power of a given number. If you give a double star b, it will calculate a to the power b. Finally, two forward slashes is a special operator which is called integer division operator, also known as the floor division. It performs the division and it gives an integer quotient. So let's see them in action. So let's say let's assign two values to the variables. Let's say a comma b is equals to 10 comma 5. Let's run the cell. So the value 10 will be assigned to A and the value 5 will be assigned to B. That is the power of Python, and we will start using the arithmetic operator and print the output. So let's say print a plus b. So it will give an output as 5. So we can also use the string in double quotes. So let's say print, and let's take some string as addition, comma, and concatenate it with the result. So let's say print a plus b. So it will give an output as addition colon 15. So we can also do it for other operators. So let's copy this statement and paste it several times. So let's say 1. Let's do it for subtraction. And let's change the sign to minus. For multiplication, we use star operator. For division, we use forward slash operator. For mod, that is modulus operator, we use the percent sign. Power, that is double star operator, which is used to calculate the power a to the b. And last one is the floor division. So let's say floor division is equals. So we use the double slash for the floor division. Let's run the cell. And here you can see that the result of addition is 15, subtraction is 5, multiplication is 50, division is 2, floor division is 2. So you can see that the result, in this way we can use the arithmetic operators for performing the arithmetic operations. Now let's see an assignment operators. So starting with equal to, the is equal to assignment operator assigns the value on the right hand side to the variable on the left hand side. We also have a compound assignment operators wherein we can use any of the arithmetic operators followed by the is equal to operator. So let's say plus equal to, this is a shortcut. Let's say a plus equals to b means a is equals to a plus b. So it will add a to b and it will assign the end result to a. This is called compound assignment and it can be used with any of the arithmetic operator. So let's try this out in Google Colab. So let's say a is equals to b is equals to c is equals to 10. Let's run the cell. So it's possible in Python to do this. So we'll print all the variables. Let's say print a comma b comma c. Run the cell. So it will print all the values of the variables. So let's take two variables, x comma y is equals to 10 comma 5. Run the cell and let's say x plus equals to y, and let's print the value of x. Print x. So it will evaluate to 15 because x plus equal to y is equal to means x is equals to x plus y. So run the program and you will see 15. So 10 is added to 5, that is x is added to y and that value is stored in x. Similarly, you can try for x into or x minus. So let's try x into, let's say x into equals to y, and let's print the value of x. So here you can see that it will evaluate to 75 because the new value of x is 15 and 15 into 5 is 75. So, and you can try the rest of the compound assignment operator. So let's move forward to the next type of operator, that is the comparison operators. Comparison operators can be used to see if two given operands are equal, not equal, greater than, less, or greater than equal to, or less than equal to. These operators will evaluate to true if the left side one is equal to the right side one. If the left side variable is not equal to right side variable, then this operator will evaluate to true, otherwise it will evaluate to false. Same for all the other operators. So let's see them in action. So let's define two variables, x comma y is equals to 77 comma, let's say 77 comma 88. So let's print, let's run the cell. Let's print x equal to y. So in this case, it will evaluate to false because this is a comparison operator for equality, and it is false because 77 is not equal to 88. Now try print x not equal to y. So in this case, it will evaluate to true because x is not equal to y. So let's try other operator. So let's say print x is greater than y. So in this case, it will also evaluate to false because 77 is not greater than 88. So let's check other operator. So let's say print x is less than y. Let's run the cell and it will evaluate to true because 77 is less than 88. So let's see other operator. So let's print x greater than equal to y. It will evaluate to false. So the next set of operators are logical operators. So the logical operators are and, or, and not. They operate against a Boolean expressions or Boolean variables. The and operators will evaluate to true only if both statements are true. If one of them is false, it will evaluate to false. In case of or, if one of the statement is true, then it will evaluate to true. Otherwise, it will evaluate to false. Finally, we use not with expression. It will change that expression to the opposite result. For example, if statement is true, it will return to false. And if statement is false, it will return true. So let's see them in action. So let's try by assigning x is equals to 20, y is equals to 30. Now let's use the comparison operator and combine them with the logical operator. So let's print x equal to 20 and y equal to 30. Let's use the other parenthesis, run the cell, and it will result in true because both of them are true. So now let's change x to 22 and again print the same. So let's say x equal to 20 and y equal to 30. Now it will result in false because one of this expression, that is x equal to 22, is not true. Here I am using and operator which will true only if both the expression are true. Copy and now copy this statement and now use the other operator, that is or operator. Let's say control and let's use the other operator, that is or. Let's run the cell and the result is true because for or, if one of this is true, that's good enough. In this case, y equal to 30 evaluates to true, and if I change this to 31, so let's say y is equals to 31, run the cell. So now it will evaluate to false because now both of them are false. Finally, not. To see not in action, let's copy this and paste here and put the not operator before the parenthesis. Now the result is true because previously the result is false and it will negate it and the result is now true. So let's see other operators, that are the bitwise operators. So the bitwise operator first is and. So in and operator sets each bit to 1 if both bits are 1. For bitwise or operator sets each bit to 1 if one of two bits is 1. For XOR operator sets each bit to 1 if and only if one of two bits is 1. And for bitwise not operator inverts all the bits. Bitwise left shift left by pushing zeros in from the right and let the leftmost bits fall off. shift right by pushing copies of the leftmost bit in from the left and let the rightmost bits fall off. So let's see them in action. So use the tilde operator for not. So let's say tilde 12. So it will give result minus 13 because all the bits are inverted by 1. So let's see bitwise AND. For that, we use the single ampersand operator. So let's say 12 and 13. Run the cell. And here you got 12. And let's see bitwise OR operator. So let's say 12 or 13. Let's say 12 or 13. Run the cell. And you get 13. So in bitwise operator, it will compare bit by bit and give the result. So let's see XOR. For that we use the cap operator. So let's say 12 cap operator 13. Run the cell and you get the output as 1. So for the left shift operator, we use 2 less than operator. So let's say 10 left shift 2. Run the cell and you will get an output as 40. And for the right shift operator, we use double greater than sign. So let's say 10 right shift 2. So it will give an output as 2. So in left shift, you are gaining bits, while in right shift, you are losing the bits. So let's move forward to the next type of operator, that is the identity operator. There are two identity operators. First one is returns true if both variables are the same object, and is not returns true if both variables are not the same object. So let's see them in action. So let's say A is equals to 10, B is equals to 10. And the cell, let's check print A is B. Run the cell and it will return true because these both are the same object. Now change B to, let's say, inside double quotes 10 and run the cell. Now in this case it will return false because in this case B holds string value. So let's see is not operator. So let's say A is equals to 10, B is equals to 10. Now let's print A and let's use is not operator and B. So it will return false because A is same as B. And if we change B to let's say inside double quotes 10, so now it will return true because A is not same as B. So in this way, we can use the identity operators in Python. So let's move forward to the next type of operator, that is membership operators. So there are two types of membership operators in that which returns true if a sequence with the specified value is present in the object, and not in returns true if a sequence with the specified value is not present in the object. So let's see some example. So let's say LST is equals to 10 comma 20 comma let's say ABC. Run the cell and let's print 10 in LST. So it will evaluate to true because 10 is present in LST. Now let's check 40 in LST. Let's say 40 in LST. So it return false because 40 is not present in list. We can use these operators for string, tuple and for other sequences. So guys, that's it from this video. Thanks for watching. For more Python videos, refer the playlist. Thank you.